You know, life can be tough at times, but I'm always looking for ways to improve it. And here's someone who I hope can help. It's our friend Matt Ewins with his tips and clips. What are you helping us with this week, Matt?
I'm going to fix the planet.
Oh, it's a big one.
Yes, this week I've got some tips and clips to help save the environment. I've been using my filmmaking skills to produce a video to get people to change to more sustainable and ethical eating habits. I firmly believe that in 50 years we should all be vegan, although I also believe that in 50 years vegetables would have evolved self-awareness. Oh, God, no! They're my nephew! Enjoy the lower high ground when you still can, vegans. Everyone's going to be a killer in the future. However, I'm working very hard to try and limit the damage. I read the other day that poachers are hunting rhinos to the point of extinction, but it's not a problem because I've come up with a foolproof way of hiding all the rhinos. It's very simple. You get some pink paint and you paint the horn of the rhino all pink. Then you get some white paint and you draw a line just down the side of the rhino's head, and suddenly there's no more rhino. I filmed all that and showed the footage to a poacher, and he was like, "Hey, is that a rhino?" And I replied, "No way, man, that's just a hippo having a birthday."
Yay! Happy birthday, Stephen, the rhino.
I've got so many great ideas for saving the environment. I should get a knighthood or something. I've cut my electricity and gas usage right down. I don't even use the oven anymore. If I want food cooked, I've developed this great technique of just standing under the heater in a pub's beer garden. Now you can have a pint and a fry-up at the same time. Maybe it's unhealthy, but the biggest drain on our environment is that we're all living too long. We've got to start thinking about population control. I wrote to the producers of The Apprentice, suggesting a great way of reducing the strain on the planet, which they've been trying out in the new series.
But Matthew, you're fired.
We need to sort out population growth. I've been doing my research into the type of person who's living the longest, and it turns out it's old people. So I've been doing my best to try and reverse this trend in the most ethical way. I've heard that old people love Werther's Originals, so I'm just leaving them a couple of steps down from the top of the stairs. See what happens. It's ethical! Now, I'm sure we're going to get a lot of complaints saying that I hate old people. I don't hate old people. How could I? I run Pension Planet. It's the world's best underwater theme park for the elderly. It's got so many great attractions. We've got the scare lift. That rushes down at a terrifying 2 miles an hour. We've got the Mega Bingo, Europe's largest by surface area. And old people love a wee, so we've got toilets dotted around the park every 10 yards. All situated in this giant underwater geodesic dome beneath the waves. And I'm outside handing out flyers for it every day of the week. Come to Pension Planet, please, I shout every day. Now, some people suggested it's just a ruse for me to get old people to walk out into the ocean. I dispute that. It's a real place. It's one of my many ways to save the world. Every day I sit in a coffee shop trying to think up new plans to preserve our environment. And it's frustrating because everyone in coffee shops has all these expensive laptops. I'm sat there and I'm the only one without a fancy Macintosh. £1,000 they cost, minimum. And they've got hardly any USB ports or HDMI or VGA outputs. £1,000 to do what? Write an email? But I feel terribly out of place sitting there writing ideas on my massive old Dell laptop. I don't want to fit in. So I've come up with this great guide of making a new MacBook on the cheap. Very simple. Get your old laptop and cover the top of it with glue. Then wrap it in tin foil. Big bite of an apple, cut it in half, dollop of glue, stick it on top. Get out your tip for about £4 you're making a MacBook in no time. Don't get the USB ports or the HDMI out, so pour glue in those. You can just sit in the coffee shop and you'll fit in with all the other pricks. It's the perfect plan. Well, that's not the only thing that... Oh, shit.
Where's Pension Planet, you twats? It wasn't in the sea!
Got this covered, right? Got them. Oh, come on. Get that. Well, that's all we've got time for this week!
Matt Ewins there! Yeah, thanks for the tips, Matt.